Cue music. All right.
For a second, I thought you were going to put the Goblin one-shot music.
Oh my god,
I would have exploded.
I should have.
Hold on 1 second, I need to adjust my volume. Okay, we're good.
Okay. No, hang on now, I need to adjust my volume.
Adjust the volumes.
Adjust the volumes. Okay. Fire and Amalis. We're gonna start with you two. So
yes,
you
start
two...
with the person eating.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. So this letter that the two of you found said that the sender would be waiting for you near the old mill outside of Astoria. And through asking a few fellow travelers, you both have managed to make your way there without incident. You're both currently standing in the middle of the road, staring at this old, grayish wooden building. There's fuzzy moss growing on a caved-in roof. The door has a bar nailed across it. To the side, you can see a water wheel turning along with the river current, creaking slowly as it goes around and around.
How big is the
lazy
city?
Astoria is probably 80,000 people. But you're a little ways outside it here. There is, alongside the road, there is this like lazy, narrow river that's running along it, and it glitters brightly in the sunlight. And you haven't actually visited Astoria yet. It's down sort of behind you from where you're standing. But this run-down old shack of a mill is supposedly the place you're supposed to be. And there's you can hear a cart coming up behind you, and somebody says, "Oi, get out the road!"
Jeez. People from the city so harsh.
You turn around and there's this wagon being pulled by two draft horses, and a cross-looking dwarf kind of sitting atop it is like giving you kind of a rude sign and motioning you to move.
I give it a rude sign, Mark. I give it a sign. I don't know if it's rude or not, but I'm doing something with my hand.
It's
right.
rude.
Do you move out of the road?
Yeah, okay.
You two step. As he passes you by, tell me what he sees. Describe your characters for me.
You see a very are firbolgs known here? Like this, the existence of?
They're pretty rare to see around here.
Yeah. The one who knows firbolgs knows a firbolg. The ones who don't look, it sees a giant-esque race dude, very tall. With a red nose, gray skin, jagged clothes. I don't know what else.
Are there any obvious weapons that you're carrying?
No, I have a stick on my hand.
You have a big stick.
Big stick.
Out of character, you're a druid, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm kinda in awe of this big city. This is new. I guess I have a little beard. A little gookie.
And Amalis.
Amalis is well, an elf for starters, or at least that's what it looks like. With copperish skin and black hair that has a bunch of braids and stuff. A bit short in places, a bit long in others. He's wearing scale mail and he has a long bow. So.
So I love the drawing.
Huh?
I love the drawing you did of Amalus.
Well, I didn't make it. I went to a little character maker thing, and put together that.
It's still very cute.
I thought so.
Okay, so you two, this Furbolg, and this elf pass, or, move to the side of the road, and this wagon passes you. And this dwarf atop the wagon sort of gives Fire a bit of a strange look. Whoops. But he passes on by. Goes about his business. And as you watch him go down the road, you then notice, now that you're to the side of the road and can kind of look down the riverbank, that there's somebody sitting down there, boots laid out beside them, with their feet in the water.
How hot it is today?
It's like a 20-degree Celsius. Or a nice, comfortable, warm temperature.
Hmm. I'm gonna do Amalus. Amalus?
Amalus.
Amalus. What do you wanna do? Check the thing, or do you wanna take a dive to the little river? It river?
Yeah, it's a river. The figure has noticed you, who's sitting by the river, and turns and waves.
I'm not sorry you got off.
The figure that's sitting at the river turns and waves at you.
Hello. There's also friendly people here.
Almost surprising.
What kind of figure is it?
You're gonna have to get a little close. It looks humanoid, but
Water seems fine. I go on there with the idea of taking. Well, do I wear shoes?
probably.
I wear something close to shoes. I would take off and put my feet in the water.
All right, you're gonna go up to him, or just
Kinda not to him, but to the side to do the same thing and clearly start a conversation.
oh, he's on the same side of the river as you.
But he's kind of far, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing the same thing as
Okay,
him.
gotcha. So you go down the bank to the river and take off your boots, stick your feet in the water. It's cool, but it's not like freezing cold. It's comfortable. And you're a little closer to this figure now, and you can see that you figure they're a half elf. You can see slightly pointed ears. The hair is very black and pulled back in a ponytail. He's got his cloak. He's sitting on, and his pants are pulled up to his knees, so he won't get them wet. And he waves again as you get near the river. And as he turns and looks at you, even from this distance, you can see this really thick vertical scar that spans the length of his face. He kind of calls out to you. I hope you don't mind waiting a bit. There's we're still waiting for a couple more.
Oh, for the thing there? Pointing the mile?
Yeah.
Nah, no problem.
He smiles.
Hey, Amma. Come take the water. Really comfy.
Head over.
Are hanging out down by the river. And as you are doing so, there is another figure walking down the road from Astoria. Rizwan, would you like to describe yourself?
Hello. Yes,
Hello.
Rizwan is human. Kind of rough looking. She looks like she maybe lives not in a house all the time. She has red hair braided just to kind of keep it out of her face, basically, and a giant sword on a long pole, also known as a glaive.
Yes. Awesome. So Rizwan, you're walking down this well-worn dirt road, and you can see the old mill in the distance. And from where you are, you can see there's these 3 figures by the river with their feet in the water. The 2 off to one side and 1 by themselves. And the one by themselves kind of turns and waves at you.
I will give a nod and then walk over towards them.
All right. As you do, you pass these other 2 figures. One's an elf. There's elves around. And one is a sort of humanoid that you probably haven't seen before.
The other person, is that anybody that I've ever seen before?
No, you've never seen either of these 2 people before.
No, sorry, the third person with the scar on his face.
The half elf.
The half elf. Oh, no, you've never seen them before either.
Okay.
Hello.
I don't really speak. I'll acknowledge the hello, but just kind of look around expectantly.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We're just waiting on one more.
Are you in charge? Asking to the scar person.
I don't know that I'd say in charge.
You're in charge of waiting.
Yeah.
That's a fine job.
Thanks.
I'd go and dive on quotes on the river.
It is cool and refreshing.
Yay.
And now you are very wet.
I'm soaking, but it's refreshing.
And as you're
want
having
that.
your little swim in the river, about half an hour passes by before the last person you're waiting for comes down the road, also from the direction of Astoria. Pert, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like...
Pert is a very noticeable figure, standing at 6'4", incredibly thin and alive. The man wears a robe over what could be lighter armor. A sword and a bow clearly mark him as more than just a scholar, though delicate hands are covered in leather gloves. His skin is blue like most Vidilkins. But beyond that, he seems to be some kind of minor scribe or unimportant noble.
All right, you get the same wave as everybody else did.
Unlike the others, I will march straight up to the waver, giving
Okay.
only a cursory nod at each of the others as I pass them before pausing. The note was from you?
Yeah.
Understood. And he
Hello.
casually pulls a leather-bound novel from his pocket and scribbles quietly in it.
Okay. So the half-elf will stand up and walk over to Fire and Amalus. Given that they are far away and don't seem that keen on approaching like the other two.
I said hello.
But you are still far. Well, he will go and sit down beside you, Amalus.
I will maintain my position relative to him as he moves.
Okay.
I think you cut out.
Did I?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just heard my name and then nothing else.
Hopefully next week I will have better internet. So yeah, he just kind of comes and sits down by Amalus. Looks around at all of you and says, I'm so glad my letters reached so many capable people. So I'm sure you all want me to get on with it. If so, you see this road here. You keep going up this road, and you take a right at the fork. You'll come to a village called Ithiel. And Rizwin, you know this is a village in the area. You get the sense he's doing this more for the sake of Fire and Amalus. Let me type it out. That's not right. So, Ithiel, that's where I'm from. It's a sort of pilgrimage point for followers of Selene. They started our village and climbed the mountain, and they're... I'm sorry, this probably isn't that interesting to you. Something's wrong with our water. People keep getting sick. Even when they boil it, it smells kind of bad. There's not much that lives in the creek, but it's killing the weeds, even. The source of the creek it's about halfway up the mountain, and it's a tough trek for most folks. We had a couple of men check it out about a week ago, and they haven't come back. Everyone's pretty worried.
I spew full mouth of water. Is this same river?
It feeds into it, but I haven't heard anybody getting sick from down here, so it's whatever it is, probably diluted by the time it gets down here.
Oh well.
You have his strange method of recruiting help.
Well, I guess I had faith that the letters would go where they needed to. And you seem like the people who might be able to fix this.
Is there no one out of characters?
Mm-hmm.
Is there someone like in charge, like a mayor or somebody that I would think it would have made more sense for this person to talk to instead of recruiting a bunch of randoms?
Ithiel.
You got out.
Sorry. There is like a townsmaster. You think that the issue is probably that people just don't go far from the roads often. There's a lot of wild animals and other things that live in the forests and mountains, and it can be pretty dangerous out there. And so if like they would probably have to go to Astoria for help.
Okay.
But yeah, it does seem kind of weird that like this person just sent out a bunch of letters and
Yeah.
got some randos.
I'll just remain wary for now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds like something we could help. Sound fun to you, Emma?
Yeah.
Okay, decided then.
I can pay you.
Well, better then.
He kind of looks up at Parrot and Rizwan. Will you?
You got out.
Well, I've never been one to turn down someone in need. And I just kind of look at him like I'm trying to look into his soul. Does he look like someone that's in need?
Make an insight check. 12. Okay.
Sorry. Misclick.
He does, like, he seems honestly concerned, honestly worried. There's still something that strikes you as, like, maybe a bit suspicious, but you don't think he's outright lying.
Okay, I just sort of plant the butt end of my glaive into the ground and give a nod.
Meanwhile, Pert has been scribbling in his notebook before finally looking up and nodding once. Interesting. I haven't much detail on the mountain in my master's book. This shall be worth investigating.
There's lots of interesting stuff up there. You should ask around in Ithil. There's lots of people who have interesting stories. But well, you should probably get going. If you come to the village when you're done, can give you your reward.
Same place here?
No. Meet me in Ithil.
When we get there, why don't we go all together there?
There's something I gotta do down here for.
Do you want
And
company?
Don't think I can make the trek up with you.
Why not?
He kind of like looks down at his body, and like he's very like unhealthily skinny. And he kind of like, you can see the tips of his ears go red. It's like, I don't think I can physically make it up to the source.
I think instead of asking, I want to try to figure out if he is also sick of this thing.
Make a insight or a medicine check, your choice.
Leboop.
You think that this might be congenital as opposed to an illness that he's caught?
Like he born weak.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Congenital's kind of a big word.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Are you okay there, friend?
Always.
Are you sure? And do a healy touch if you want.
Thanks, but it's not gonna help.
Okay. How many days of travel is to the thing?
Well, 4 hours?
Just 4 hours and he will not make it?
I mean, he could make it up to Ithiel with you, but not up to the source of the river, which is like all the way up the fucking mountain.
Sort of. Shall we head out then?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
I come out of the water.
Now start headed back towards the road and check to see if everyone's following me, and just start walking towards the town.
He stands up and says, "Thank you for doing this." Good luck.
Bye.
Bye. And back on the road. Bless you.
Sort
Thank
of
you.
as we're leaving and as we travel for a little ways, I just want to keep an eye out to see if there's any people following or paying more than casual attention to us.
Right. Make a perception check as you guys go along. Okay. You guys travel for about an hour, until you get to the fork in the road that he talked about, and you see like maybe 3 or 4 other carts or people on the road. Nobody like off in the bushes waiting to jump at you. It's like a pretty quiet day. And so you get to this fork at the road, and there's like a little mile marker that says 10 miles to Ithiel, pointing right.
So I got confused. We are going to this town or directly to the water source thingy?
He told you where the town was. He didn't actually tell you where the source of the river was. It's just like, it's up the mountain somewhere.
I mean, we can probably
But
find
generally-
it by following the water.
Yeah, well, also, generally, like, people know... would probably be able to tell you where the source of their water comes from. So you could probably just ask.
I assume it makes sense for us to go through the town to get like following the river, we would probably go
Yeah.
past the town anyway.
Yeah.
If possible, I'd like to stop off in the town and just ask around about this guy, see if people have heard of him before, if there's actually a problem with the water,
Okay.
etc.
Yeah.
Just make me a wisdom check.
Not the brightest.
Okay. As you're either thinking to yourself or saying out loud that you should go talk to people in the town about this guy, you're like, it's weird. It's like, it's hard to remember what he looked like.
Curious.
That's concerning.
So, I don't know if we are in the town yet or not, but I want to try to find someone with this disease. Try to check on it, just to see if I get anything.
Sure.
Maybe I find something about it that's, oh yeah, it's poison from this plant or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys take the right at the fork, travel your 10 miles or so to Ethiel. This road, like, it's really obvious going from the fairly well kept road that you were on before to this one, where it's like there's just kind of rocks jutting out of the road awkwardly. There's like, oh my god, the word's escaping me. But like water bars. This road is definitely not as well kept as the other one. But, you know, you're walking, you're not driving a cart, so it's fine. You figure, after about, 3 hours of traveling that you're almost there, and you start to see, a couple of small wooden buildings. Outside one of them, there's a figure, standing out of the back of the house. Looks like he's skinning a couple of small animals that are hanging from a rack of sorts.
Two questions. Is it just our memory of what he looks like that seems to be fuzzy, or anything else that he said?
You're like, oh yeah, this guy hired us to go check on the source of the water here, because it's weird. But, the more time passes, the harder it is to sort of remember what happened. Like, if you've ever had the, twilight anesthesia for surgery, and it's like, wow, I can kind of remember what happened, but not really.
Kind of like the longer you're awake after a dream, if you don't focus on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
What about scribbled notes?
Did you write about him?
Everything.
Yeah, you look back at your notes. You make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
You read back through your notes, and you're like, half-elf, dark hair, and as you're reading, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Okay, so I'll describe him.
Who are you describing him to?
The others, because they seem to be confused about who hired us.
I'm telling jokes to Amy.
Does that make sense once he says that? It kind of.
Like, it vaguely rings a bell. Like, yeah, that sounds right.
My desire to ask around the city about this person intensifies.
What was the name we had for the elf again?
Ask. Or the half elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't ask.
I call it Scars. Should be Scar, but Scars sounds better.
So, as you guys are walking up along the road, you pass by this house, and this guy who's skinning his dinner, probably. And you come across a few more houses, then a few more houses. You see a couple of people kind of milling about the streets. Somebody doing laundry down by the river.
One approach to the friendlier looking one.
Sure. There's like a 50-something-year-old human woman who's like carrying a basket full of groceries, presumably.
Hello.
Hello?
Mind if we ask some questions? I can carry that for you while we walk as a payment.
Why, thank you. Sure, ask away.
No problem. I grab the thingy and walk wherever direction she's walking.
We don't get many visitors here anymore. It's nice to see some around. Even one as strange as you.
Thank you. This looks like a nice town. Does it look like a nice town?
Yeah.
I say it's a nice town.
I mean, compared to our village.
Village is cute. So, we were told that people here is getting sick, and we want to help.
You cut out when you first started.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, just the little ones and a couple of the old folks. Have
people
yeah,
died from the thing?
Well, Mary's nan passed away, but she was already not doing so good, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea where might come from?
Well, some people are saying it's the water, and it, gotta admit, it is smelling kind of funny, but it's not the first time this has happened. You know, spring mudslides. Sometimes the water goes a little funny, but it always clears up, and it's never made us sick before.
What do you think's causing it then?
Looks around a bit, and I wouldn't. I have no idea.
Oh, surely you must have a theory.
Do you mind point us in a couple directions?
Sure.
I would want to know a few places. Where can we find the source of your water in the city? where in the city you get normally water for everyone, like in this well or in this, I don't know, place.
We usually just get it from the rivers. It's pretty rocky here. It's hard to dig a well.
How far is it?
She points. It's like 40 feet away.
Okay. Sorry, I'm blind. Do you know someone that's currently sick of this disease?
Yeah. Well, I know a few people, but maybe she points like to a couple of houses, or like a house that's a couple of houses away across the street. Maybe try. Oh, hang on. I gotta find her name. Oops. There it is. Maybe you try Pearl's place. Her son's been not too good. Are you some sort of healer?
Let's say I'm not not my job, but I know about it. So if I can help, it will be nice.
I'm sure we would love the help. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry you asked for the source of the river. If you go back down the way you came a little bit, there's a little trail that leads off to the right. And if you follow that, it'll take you up to the source.
How far do you think is it?
I have been up there. Maybe a few hours if you're fast.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for your help. I assume
Actually, one last question, if you don't mind. Have you ever heard of a person matching this description? And then I sort of scrunch up my face like I'm confused and gesture vaguely at Bert.
I then proceed to read the detailed description off from my book.
All right. She kind of furrows her brow. And not that I can recall, anyways.
Doesn't sound familiar to us.
Make a wisdom check. Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, wise boys. So I assume we got to the house of the lady, or where
Sure.
where she goes.
Yeah, you go to that this woman pointed. Knock on the door.
I circle my note about the elf, put a line to a question mark, and then put a note beneath that saying, "Hard to remember, important question mark."
Okay. So you go in and knock on this door, and you hear a little bit of shuffling inside. And a couple seconds later, the door opens, and there's this blonde human woman. Like her hair's all frazzled, and it's like, hello?
Hello. I'm sorry, but we're not from here. Hi. We were told.
Didn't realize.
Yeah, we were told that you have a problem with a disease and we want to help. And specifically, we were told that you are a child in this house might be sick?
She kind of gives you a funny look. Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Lebu. Hell yeah. First 20 of the game.
Nice. Are you a healer?
I'm not, but I know of it. Let's say, kinda.
Okay. Kind of healer? She kind of moves away from the door and holds it open. Hello. And it is like, this house is pretty small. There's like maybe 2 rooms. And she leads you from the one room to the other room. And you see this like a 11 or 12-year-old boy who's lying on a bed asleep.
Hmm. Does it look sick? You could out if you said something, Jay.
No, I was scratching my eyeball.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, you kneel down beside this boy. Make me a medicine check.
Quick medicine check.
Okay. He looks sick. You like put your hand up to his forehead and he's got a fever. You can hear like his his breathing's a bit raspy. But you're not like with a 13, you're not like, "Oh, I know what this is." He's got something.
I have something for that. I say to the lady, I'm sorry. Sorry, the question. Yes.
What are you sorry for?
I wanted to ask. Sorry, it's Quasta rambling about.
Oh, okay.
I know a thing to let me know what specifically he has. Do you mind if I do a ritual here for your boy? You can stay and check that I'm doing good things, but do you mind? And I tried to explain magic, force of nature, the good and evil of the disease, and know what is it, and blah blah blah
She
blah
like kind of puts her hand up and like, "I've met a cleric. I know what magic is."
blah. Okay.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
I sit and ritual cast detect poison and disease.
Okay, let me go pull up that spell.
There it is.
Oh, thank you.
While he's doing that, I would like to retread the questions specifically. We heard it was the water. Do you think it's the water? If they don't think it's the water, what do they think it is? Also, have you heard of this person?
This woman's like, "Yep, there's definitely something in the water." She has also not heard of that half elf that you met.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, she's pretty sure it's the water. Okay. So this is a poison, not a disease. I don't quite know how to describe this in non-modern terms, so I'll say that it's like heavy metal poisoning.
Okay. Like, we could say something like miner's poison.
Yeah. So it's a sort of thing that, like, won't kill you. It's a exposure over time that's the issue.
Hmm.
What? Well, are you sharing this? Because I guess.
Yeah, I'm finishing the thing. I have a not that happy face from before. And,
Would any of us know over what kind of period of time? And also, can you refresh my memory on how long it's been since the water started smelling funny? Or just do those two match up?
Yeah, they do. It's been like maybe slightly under a month.
And that's a reasonable time. Okay.
can I? This gives me a 10-minute spell. Can I run to the river and check a few places if I see the same kind of poison?
Do that, and as you like get up to the river, you can like almost see these little tendrils of poison going through along the creek and away from you.
But we could see that I can discern that it's a poison that's more of a mineral kind more than a
Yes.
biological one.
Yes. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay. So I approached to a lady and I told her, like, sorry, but your boy is in fact with a problem, but it's not a disease. It's some kind of poison from the water. This water is in fact poisoned.
So can you help him?
Yeah, I can erase the, or I cannot. Wait, before I say that, let me read something. No. No, I don't say that because I don't have the spell that I
know
thought
you
I would
can't.
have. I say, fortunately, no. Like, knowing what it has doesn't allow me to dispel it. I know it's exposure thing, so as at this moment you want to not let him drink more water of this river. This is the source of what's making him heal.
Okay, well, we can do that. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Let's say Fire.
Well, thank you, Fire. Even if there's nothing you can do to heal my son, knowing what to do helps.
I'm giving you the information that I have in hand at this moment, but we will continue to try to solve this, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to head upriver to try to identify the source of the poison.
Could you give us a favor?
Sure.
While we're gone, could you warn the other people that might have familiar kids or parents poison that they shouldn't keep drinking from the river?
Yeah, I can do that.
I bet that they will listen more to you than us.
Well, we'll see, I guess. And she, like, kind of walks a couple feet away from you, and then, like, cups her hands in front of her face. It's like, hey, come over here! To these, like, two other women that are basically washing their clothes in the river. Don't do that!
Well, that works.
In the water! Alright, what would you like to do next?
I have used half of my spells. I would like to nap. It's a joke.
I guess we just continue on up the river. Unless somebody else has any more things they want to investigate.
What time is it?
I will make a simple sketch of the town layout and stuff before shrugging and agreeing that we should move on.
Alright, afternoon. So you figure you can, as long as you're quick about it, you can probably make it up there and back by the time the sun starts to go down?
Sounds good.
Cool. So you go back down the way you came, and like maybe a quarter mile down, you see this like tiny, narrow, barest hint of a trail that breaks off from the main road. You're like, this? Really? This?
14 minutes at 500.
I hear people.
I assume this is obviously the path that we were told that the head of the river lies up.
You guys walk off the path and up onto this like tiny little goat trail. And I'm gonna change our music.
Uh-oh.
No, not uh-oh.
Time to encounter goats.
Yes, you will be fighting goats today.
Meh.
Almost immediately, you're having to pull yourself up using trees and roots. It is that steep. There's a couple of spots that like somebody has pythoned a rope into the rock of the mountain and you like have to pull yourselves up with the rope. It is very steep. Your boots like cause the rock to crumble with every step you make. I'd just like everybody to make me a quick dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity, eh?
So, Fire, as you're like scrambling up, you're like almost on all fours, kind of trying to scramble up the side of this mountain, and your staff that's on your back like gets caught in a tree. You're like trying to like jerk it loose, and then you have to like take one of your hands to try and pull it loose, and as you do, you start to like slide backwards. And then you slide right into Rizwin, and the two of you just go sliding down the mountain.
Fire, no!
Bye!
I am muted the whole time. I've been saying things like, oh no, and I try to fight it, and then wee!
Yeah, you can make me like make me an athletics check to try and catch yourself before you and Rizwin go.
Okay.
Very nice. As you go sliding, you like reach your hands out and like bear hug this tree that's right beside the trail. Rizwin, make me an athletics check to try and hold on to fire. You like catch his leg, and Fire's holding onto this tree.
I say
and
to the
Rizwin's
tree.
holding onto fire.
I say to the tree, "Thank you, friend."
I find a good place to settle and start sketching the mountain trail and the view that we have.
I thought you were gonna say you were sketching what was happening.
Now that we're tree bound, is there like can we recover? Or are we kind of stuck here?
I mean, I'm fine here.
Couple minutes. It's not like a sheer drop. Just takes you a little bit of time to right yourself.
Okay.
As you guys are continuing up the mountain, I'd like everybody to make me a perception check.
Man, the rolls are not.
Oh.
Today.
I just need to double check my dispassion. My precision, sorry. Right. So that is turned off. And... Okay, so it wasn't turned off, but whatever.
Yikes.
So
plus
Rizwin's
four is
still
only-
like
Level
Right,
1,
yeah.
30 perception.
Jesus Christ.
The plus 4 is only for sleight of hand
Mm-hmm.
and thieves' tools.
Rizwin's trying to knock the dirt and the rocks out of her armor, and while you guys are like looking around, and everybody but Rizwin notices that there's like a torn piece of a cloak that's on a branch. And as you see this, it kind of jogs your memory that that half-elf said that there was 2 other people that had come up here and that never came back down.
Yep. Oh boy. I will collect the scrap of cloak, put it into my book, beside the note about the 2 missing people, and close the book.
You have a scrap of cloak. You can write that down in your inventory if you so desire.
It's okay.
Okay, and after a couple of mostly uneventful hours, a few slips, Fire's staff definitely gets caught in a tree again.
I've taken to walking in front of him now.
Sorry. Good. No, I'm not good.
Fire,
I'm good now. Mama, help me.
I attempt to help him along. Why are you so
So,
bad at
you like
this?
push him from behind.
Yes, that is what I do.
I don't know.
Alright, with Amalus basically pushing Fire up the mountain. Yeah. You are at a flat spot. You thought it would never end, and all of a sudden it's like that it leveled off. You take a moment to catch your breath and look about. You can kind of look behind you, and you can see Astoria in the distance.
Ooh, pretty view.
This beautiful shining city. And just like forest for miles and miles. And far to the south, one really fucking big mountain. And as you're standing there, you can hear the gurgling of a stream. And you see the trail keeps going a little ways, and you kind of push past the few trees that remain between you and your destination. And you see before you this beautiful, beautiful, vibrant blue pond. The trees are growing right up beside its edges, kind of hiding it well from the rest of the world. And there's just this small, clear area where you four are standing. On the far side of the pond, you can see where the edge has worn away, and you can hear more than see the water running away from it and down the mountainside. And there's this curious little white stone that's coming up out of the pond where the river runs away from it. This must be it.
Huh.
How big is the stone?
Like, it's maybe like 2 foot by 1 foot. That's out of the water.
That's okay.
It looks like
as
it goes under the water.
Yeah. I would like everybody to make me a perception check.
That's better.
That's more average.
Alright, everybody passes because I rolled like shit. As you all are standing there, like, sort of looking at this pond, you can hear
And you got
a low growl. You can hear the snap of a twig. And then the barest hint of a growl.
I turn towards the source of the sound with my weapon ready.
Alright.
I turn to the sound and put my stuff between this guy with his weapon and whatever it is.
As you guys turn towards it, this giant wolf-like entity kind of comes out from between the trees, snarling and ready to attack. And I would like everybody to roll me initiative. We are not using battle maps today.
Do I have a second to say, wait, before start the thing? No? How do
Depends
I...
if you can roll higher than the quote elf end quote and the warg.
Can you put me on 12, please? I roll without.
Yeah.
thing.
Nope, that's your HP. It's okay, I did it too. And... yeah, oh my god. Why is nothing working? There, what was the original one? 19. And... numerically descending. Alright. Amalus. You are the first to react. You see this giant, looks like a wolf, but not quite like a wolf. And you can hear, but you can't see the growling of a second one back in the trees.
Oh my. That could cut out.
What would you like to do?
I think I would like to... It looks mean, right?
Yes. It looks hungry.
I will shoot it with my longbow.
Alright, make an attack. 17, that hits. For 9. Oh, I need to get my calculator. You quickly pull out your longbow, string up an arrow, and fire, and it goes like right into this thing's shoulder, and it howls with pain.
Oh.
Is there anything
Wants
else you
to
would
eat
like to
us.
do?
Think of anything?
Now it is the warg's turn. And the one that just got an arrow in its shoulder. It wanted easy prey, and this prey is not easy. So it is going to go and attack the one that just shot it.
That'd be fair.
Yeah. That misses.
Yeah.
It like lunges forward to bite at you, and you just like... you almost use like the tip of your longbow to kind of aim its face away from you. The second warg that you could hear but not see comes out of the trees and is going to attack the nearest target, which will be Pert. Holy shit.
Undead.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. This thing, like, you're just... you knew it was there, but you were too busy paying attention to the other warg, and this thing just, like, comes out of nowhere and clamps onto your side. And Pert goes down.
Are you dead?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think... your hit points are, like, 9, aren't they?
8.
Wow.
Okay, so you're...
Real close.
you're okay. Yep, yep. Rizwin.
Cleave up, charging in, screaming, slashing,
Alright.
and
Which one are you attacking?
the one that has an arrow sticking out of it.
Okay. 5 slashing.
And I am going to... wait, hold on. Yes, I get to re-roll that. With great weapon fighting, when I roll a 1 or 2 on damage die, I can re-roll.
Awesome.
So,
You can
D10.
program that on.
Holy
Roll20.
Nice.
That's plus 4,
So that's-
so 14.
You can program that on Roll20.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I
give you the
will-
code in 2 seconds.
Yeah, check that out.
You just run up to this thing, and with your glaive, you carve upward into its stomach, and you can see its intestines just spill out on the ground. And it kind of whimpers, but it's just barely hanging on to life. Fire, you're up.
Did any of the viscera get on my boots?
Probably a little bit.
Can I, like, wipe it off somewhere?
Sure. That will be your bonus action.
Thank you.
Uh, I will go and grab Blue Friend that's down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And cast Cure Wounds. Not a very Cure Wounds, but cures.
All right. Hurt, you come back to consciousness with a gasp of air, and you see this giant furbolg and kneeling beside you.
I put a gloved hand on his arm, use his strength to help stand up, and so the one that's actually wounded is still alive, eh?
Yes.
Sorry, before you go, as a bonus action, I cast Shillelagh. Shillelagh!
Okay. All right, Hurt.
So I'll stand up, and the one that was badly injured is still standing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Then I will just use my short bow and put an arrow in its ass. Because it's nice and distracted.
It is. Roll an attack. 12. That just misses.
Alrighty, that'll be my turn.
As it just swings over its head. Amalus. This warg that's in front of you is just barely alive still. What you doing?
You may be muted.
No, I'm not muted. I must shoot the other one with my bow this time. Because that one hurt one of our new friends.
It did. Give me an attack. That, but you shoot it, and you, as the arrow leaves your bow, you're like, "Oh shit, I missed," and it almost turns into your arrow. You just barely hit it.
Shouldn't be with disadvantage because she has a wolf in the front of him.
Yes, I think you're right. Because
Renegade
you're
attacks.
in melee with somebody.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry, miss.
Same team.
The rules must apply.
Well,
Still
you
hits.
still hit it. Roll damage. 4.
Dang, not that much.
It's okay. It still definitely felt it, though. And it is the warg's turn. And the one that is just barely alive is still going to... Actually, no, it's going to turn and attack Rizwin because she hurt it a lot.
Yes.
18 hit.
Indeed it does.
All right. And give me a strength saving throw.
Are you still up?
Yes, I am. Just barely.
All right. So this thing like just turns and snaps at you and like just gets you in the leg. You manage to not fall down. The other warg is going to go for the other one that hit it. So he is going to run away from Pert and Fire and go for Amalus. So Pert and Fire, you can both take attacks of opportunity if you so desire.
Was I within 10 feet of it also, by any chance?
No, because you went to the other one.
I didn't know.
12 misses and 11 misses. And Amalus just deftly dodges out of the way of this one too.
I like how they keep getting 8s against me.
Rizwin.
So I'm gonna attempt to get this thing to stop biting my leg with the pointy end of my stick.
Make an
Like
attack.
so.
Yeah, that hits. You just drive your glaive like right through its skull. And it just immediately goes limp.
Bad puppy.
Oh.
I run over to the other one, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The other one's like basically next to you. Fire.
Actually, sorry, I get within 10 feet of the other one, not 5 feet.
You were at 10 feet.
Is
Where
this
you
the
were.
one?
Okay.
The one that's left is the one pretty hurt?
No, the one that's left is the one that's barely been hurt.
Hmm. Can I speak to it with my speech of beast and leaves?
It is not a beast.
It is not a beast.
It is not a beast.
Oh my god. Looks like a beast. Well, then
Yes and no. Like it looks like a wolf, but it looks like a kind of
Not
a messed up wolf. Yeah, not normal wolf.
okay,
And you would
okay.
know.
She
You would
led
be
it to
able
the
to
face
tell
then.
that.
Yeah. no
Sure.
problem. She led it to the face.
Oh my
Well-
god, you guys.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
they're around.
You like hit it with your staff in its face and it just doesn't even flinch, and you realize that, oh hey, maybe these things are a little bit tougher than the average wolf, given that they're not wolves. Pert.
Well, now that someone's engaging with the giant fucking wolf that ripped me in half, I'm going to circle around behind it and attempt to assist in getting this thing to bugger off.
And you get sneak attack.
What?
Woo! You come around to the back of this thing and just like drive your rapier into one of its haunches, and it yelps, and immediately the leg just kind of goes limp. You seem to have
Yes.
hit something vital, at least to that leg.
A Vedalkin rogue?
Amalus.
Well, I guess it's too close for my longbow.
Shoot it, but it'd be a disadvantage.
Can I drop the longbow and hit it with a short sword?
Sure. All right. You slash at it with the short sword. And it just falls limp.
I pick up
And
my
now
bow
you have-
again.
Yes, and now you have two giant wolf-like monstrosities laying dead at your feet.
Can I roll a nature check on them to see what the hell are they?
Sure. All right, these are wargs.
Do they have something magical in them, or just another race
Um,
of wolves?
I mean, they're considered monstrosities. They're not beasts, so they're not like magical like a dragon might be magical. Let me type in the text.
Meanwhile, I'm making sure that neither of the bodies are close to the water.
Okay.
Ah. They can speak common? Oh my god.
Hearing. Oh well. With that nature check, you could probably surmise that if these two were up here hunting, that may be why the other two villagers never went back.
They became noms.
They became noms.
That happened.
I'm then going to proceed to sit on a rock, catch my breath, and sketch one of the wargs that's in better shape. The one that's not got its guts spilled all over the ground.
I want to investigate while he's doing that, investigate the water. Like, how deep is it? How actually big is the rock? And all that
Okay.
stuff.
So the pond is like maybe a couple 100 feet across. It's not really that big. But as you
Did
get
say
up
a
closer
couple
to it,
100 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
as you get to the edge and sort of look in, it looks like it's very, very deep. Like the center is just this dark blue, whereas the edges are like a much brighter color.
And can I discern how big should be the rock given where it is?
I mean, if you like get a little bit closer, you can kind of see where like the rock is not in the middle of the pond. It's sort of off to the edge where the creek starts. And so you can see it's like maybe 1 or 2 feet into the water. And it's quite a bit, as like even when it's below the water, you can see that the bits that are in the water are quite a bit narrower, like it's been worn away over time.
Yeah, this is nasty.
Would you all like a short rest?
A little bit, actually, yeah.
Oh, I'm fine.
Me with my 3 hit points.
Me too. While they're doing a short rest, maybe between the two of us can try to move this rock?
Sure.
Hey!
Well, that's my maximum hit points back.
I'm not pretty strong, but I have powerful build.
Hey, that's my maximum hit points. I didn't even need that many.
We got there.
Okay, so while Pert and Rizwin are like bandaging themselves up, Fire and Amalus, you go up to this kind of strange looking rock that's sitting in in the creek. And as you get closer, you can kind of see that there's like a carving into it.
I look at the carving.
You look at the carving. It is a pair of eyes, and then above it, there's like 7 little crosses. Make a religion check. Looks vaguely familiar, like you might have heard of this at some point, but
That sounds probably about what my knowledge of religion amounts to.
I'm not gonna even try it on.
It looks weird.
What it say something?
It has eyes.
Yeah.
Once my rest is finished, I will come over, start sketching the imagery, and then attempt my own religion test.
all right.
Slightly better.
Better.
Stop looking at the eyes and help me lift this thing.
Yeah, while they're busy getting all religious, I will attempt to apply some strength to this rock.
Okay.
Me too.
Rizwan, as you get up to it, you don't even have to roll. You know that this is the symbol of Selune, because you live in a city that is dedicated to Selune.
Fair enough. Hey, this is the symbol of Selene.
Telling what?
So should it be deeper in the water or out of the water?
I guess this would be just one of you make me another religion check.
Am I the one voted for this?
Probably.
Not me, that's for sure.
Not me.
You're slightly better than me. So, oh yeah, you.
No,
Oh.
not me indeed. So
You're like, yeah, this is kind of weird. But once, like, Rizwan mentions that it's a symbol of Selune, you know that Selune is, like, a good god.
so we should put it deeper into the water?
What does it look like it's made out of?
Oh, you've been cutting out, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
We didn't hear anything if you said anything after I said we should put it deeper in the water.
I just went, ooh.
Can I discern that if it looks like the same stuff that was poisoning the kid?
You may make a medicine check. Sorry, Nibbles, what did you ask me?
Well, I was after what it looks like it's made out of, but I mean, it was
Oh, okay.
basically for the same purpose.
Right. You... The thing that's poisoning the water? This looks to be like stone that doesn't have a bunch of heavy metals in it.
Yep. How heavy is it? Can I lift it?
It is very heavy. It's like granite. And given the sort of wear patterns on the stone, it looks like it's been here a long time.
And is this is like the head of the river, like where it's coming out of the ground, or is there more
Yeah.
further up?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I will let that natural 20 religion stand now that it's been a while. Pert, it sort of dawns on you that, this is probably some sort of, like, blessing or protection for the waters that go down into the city of Selune, or something or other.
So that
But it's basically like...
It's not something we need to roll out of the water.
Probably not.
Okay. I will proceed to strip and then dive into the water and look for anything else in the water that might be causing the problem.
Did you inform to us that?
Because I can stay underwater for an hour if I have to.
Okay.
But did we get a word about it, or you just wordless did out of that?
I mentioned that it appears to be some kind of beneficial, bless these waters type of token. So it's not the problem.
I will.
Your partially amphibious thing in chat, please.
Yep,
I'm
not a problem.
I'm still not convinced that this thing is a thing.
I'll kind of just say to the group, I wonder if it was supposed to be protecting the water and is no longer functioning. So maybe we need to actually do something to it. Push it back in the water. Like, does it look defaced or like worn down to the point where if it was doing something magical, it would have stopped?
Make a perception check.
Where'd my sheet go? There it is.
If
It's awesome.
I'm sorry.
I have decent perception too.
You sort of like look around and kind of circle the stone a bit. You don't see anything that's off about it.
And I was more than looking myself. I was actually trying to suggest to our religious people that they might want to investigate that.
Sure.
Maybe somebody else can.
Just before I forget, Pert, I am going to say that because you have this partially amphibious, that you don't get disadvantage searching for things underwater, but I may change my mind about that in the future.
Sounds good.
Make a perception check. All right, so you swim down and down and down, and you get to the bottom of this like little hole, basically just big hole in the rock. And you sort of like look around on the ground or on the floor of the pond, and there's like some bits of seaweed. And as you sort of look at the seaweed a little bit closer, you notice that it doesn't look very healthy. And you don't see anything else.
This bit of what?
A bit of seaweed.
Okay.
Or pondweed.
I will cut off a piece of the pondweed with my dagger and bring it back up so I can ask the others if they can recognize it.
As you're going up with your 19 perception, you can kind of tell that there is like a bit of a current, just the slightest bit, and not just the water going out. You think if you sort of spend a little more time here, you might be able to find some other source that's feeding into this. Like, this might not actually be the real source.
Okay. I will mention both of these facts to the others then when I get to the surface.
what fact? Sorry.
There's some sickly looking pondweed of some kind. Is it poisonous? And I don't think this is the actual source of the water.
Oh, weed.
Does anyone know much about plants?
I do.
A bit.
Is this poisonous? And I shove it towards you.
And I give it a look.
Roll nature.
I don't.
I give it a look too.
Help. Yeah.
Well,
I will
nature.
assist.
There you go. Fire's like, I don't know, man. It's pondweed. You concur it's pondweed. Like
It's
it
not
definitely
poisonous.
looks
Yo, check
kind
out this
of
pondweed.
yeah. Check out this weed, man.
Some good.
It's
Well,
definitely
not so
not
good pondweed.
poisonous, but it definitely looks kind of sickly and bad off.
It doesn't look very good.
All right. Then I will return to the water and try to figure out where the current feels like it's coming from. What direction?
Perception check. Make a perception check.
Sure.
Okay. So it takes you a little while to find it. While Pert's swimming around down there, what are the rest of you doing?
Pondering the situation.
I'm pulling my best Winnie the Pooh. Think.
I was thinking more like pantless.
Okay, so you guys are just basically setting up top.
Like, I
Thinking.
say, I don't know. If we spend the night here tomorrow, I can do a search to see if I detect the same kind of poison.
How
Maybe.
about in the surrounding area? Is there any caves or like tunnels into the rock or little places that might also lead down? You cut out there.
Make a perception check. Sorry.
It's a little better.
It's a little better. Okay, so a little better. Okay, so you are just like going around this little plateau area, and it's hard looking because it's mostly trees. Like you kind of have to, you pick a direction and go, and you get to a mountain and sort of have to walk your way along it to try and find anything. Notice that there's like a little cave, maybe 40 feet up a, not quite a sheer cliff, but up, you'd need some climbing gear to get up to it. Or a very good athletics check.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the only one you find.
I'll just go back. I'll keep it in mind though.
Okay.
Mention it to everybody if we run out of other places to explore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to Pert. So you're feeling along under this pond. And all of a sudden you put your hand where you think there's going to be rock and there's no rock. And there's this just this little hole that has the faintest bit of a current.
All right. And can I extrapolate the geography of the area to say that it's probably coming in this direction?
It's coming towards you, yes.
No, I meant like northeast or southwest or...
Oh, a northeast-ish.
Okay. Then I will resurface, share that information with the others. I believe the current is actually being fed from another source to the northeast. And then I will get out and dry off and start sketching the sickly plant.
All right.
Is that cave that I spotted to the northeast?
No, it is to the northwest. I screwed up. Sorry, Pert was northwest. That cave that Rizwin found was northeast. Directions are hard.
Okay. They're not in the same direction as the
No.
relevant bit, though.
No.
Well, shall we explore to the northeast then?
These wolves, do you think they would hunt in a pack? Do you think we should be wary about more of them showing up?
Make me a nature check?
I've got
I
a
looked at-
reasonable nature.
I look at Amalus, waiting for an answer.
Sorry, I got distracted by something.
That's okay. You're not really sure? Just because they look like wolves doesn't necessarily mean they act like wolves.
Yeah. I'm hoping our expert hunter will have suggestions. Expert hunter?
You figure that these do not hunt in large packs.
They probably don't hunt in large packs.
So there might be a couple more, but not 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we
That's
continue
probably
on
good.
then?
How late is it?
5 in the afternoon or so.
Do we take our time to get a good place to sleep and start looking in the morning?
Oh, we got a couple hours to do just like a quick look around, I think.
Do we want to secure the cave as a possible campsite instead?
Okay.
Yeah, that works. Can just explore that too and see if it goes anywhere.
Sure.
Rather than having, say, a bunch more giant wolf fuckers show up and bite me in half.
Alright, so I'll lead the way up to the cave and I'll go up first and try to find a way for everybody else to get up easier. Or at least throw a rope down or something. So you said that's athletics, I believe?
Yeah. As you're doing that, make me a perception to see, like, if you get a better perception, you can, like, find the handholds easier and you'll have a lower DC of your athletics getting up. Yeah, just the way the sun is setting just makes it a little bit easier for you to pick out the shadows of the handholds. Or of potential handholds. 14. You have, like, one kind of heart-stopping moment where one of your footholds crumbles away from you. But through sheer force of will, you do manage to climb up to this cave.
I grumble to myself about how this never happens. And yeah, once I get up there, I'm looking around either for an easier way to get up there to tell everybody, or just something to tie a rope to toss down.
Roll perception.
What class is Raswin?
A fighter.
Fighter man.
Okay, you are a human, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
No dark vision.
So you can't quite see the back of the cave where you are, but it doesn't look to be terribly big. You can hear some bats, like, flittering above you. But aside from all of the bat droppings, there doesn't seem to be anything up here.
So it looks like a good spot for camping. Was there any like rocky outcropping or something that I could tie a rope to?
Sure.
I do that, and then I toss it down so they can climb up also.
All right. There is a rope now dangling in front of you, Amalus. Up.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody make me athletics checks.
Oh.
Amalus scales up like a friggin' expert.
Oh wow.
Wow.
We all have 0 modifiers.
Not bad. Fire goes next, and he's not quite expert as Amalus. You still get up pretty easily. Pert, you have a little more trouble, but given that you're last and Rizwin is like pulling the rope up with you as you come, you manage to make it. There's like enough room in this cave for the 4 of you, but it's a little cozy.
Did you say there were bats?
Yes.
Are they
As
friendly?
you all 4 kind of come in, that's like, you know, the sun's starting to set. They decide maybe go out a little bit early, given that there's a bunch of intruders in their cave. So they flitter away as you all come up.
I say I'm sorry.
You hear a couple of angry squeaks as the bats fly away.
Sorry, it's only for this night.
Now that we're in the cave, can we like explore the back just to make sure there's no other passage?
Does anybody have dark vision?
I do.
You do. Okay.
Or a torch. I have a torch.
Or a
I can
torch.
just pull out.
I also have
That would
torches.
do. Okay. So you guys go to the back of the cave, and it gets very narrow very quickly. So there's this like little crevasse that's maybe half a foot wide that goes like that's at the back of the cave and kind of goes on, and you kind of like hold your torch up to it, and it looks like it ends about 40 feet away. You don't see anything in there.
Well, I guess it's bedtime then.
Okay, good night.
Shall we set up a watch?
I'll
I'll
take a
take
watch.
first watch.
I'll take last watch then.
There we go.
And Mist is in the middle. Okay, Rizwin, make me a perception check.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay, you spend to
You're cutting out too much, sorry.
sorry. Mostly all you hear is bats.
Alright.
You can see the very faintest of lights from Astoria way off in the distance. But it is a quiet watch. Astoria.
The city.
The city.
Okay, I will go to bed then and shake
Okay.
Amalus awake.
Amalus, roll perception. And up here. You can see the stars real good from this high up.
Stars are nice.
That's it. Yeah, you don't hear anything. You don't see anything. You wake up Pert for his watch. Okay, Pert, roll perception.
Alright.
I believe. Yeah, it's not too bad.
And I'll spend my watch sketching either the stars or the dawn, whichever one's first, I guess.
You can see the dawn. You're facing the wrong direction.
Stars
But,
it is.
Stars it is. You spend your time until the morning sketching. And at one point in your watch, you could swear you heard a howl of some sort.
More giant wolves that are not wolves. Special.
Yep.
I believe I have a favorite enemy.
Okay, and the morning rolls around. You all come to consciousness, rested, unaccosted in the middle of the night. Except for the bats that have decided they would rather sleep than avoid you.
I mean, sleep's better than having fights.
Mm-hmm.
To the northwest, then? Or is it the
Yeah.
northeast? I can't remember now.
Northwest.
The other
To
place.
the northwest.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll to get down this cliff. I should, but I'm not.
Oh, you totally should.
Okay, fine. Roll.
I will let everybody use the rope again and then come down last.
Okay. Perch, you expertly climb down the rope. Emilus, you go next. Oh no.
I'm thinking about those stars.
Yeah. And you make it almost to the bottom and your foot slips and you just go careening down the last 10 feet. Take 4 points of damage. That hurt a lot.
No.
Your bone is very sore.
Very sore.
Fire, you go down and you slip on the exact same spot. It's like a mirror image. You just go tumbling down exactly like Emilus.
I skeet
And
out
also
of the way.
take 4 points of damage.
Ow.
Oh my god.
I draw the rock that they slipped on.
Shall I just take... Oh, okay, only 3.
Your armor cushions you a little bit. There's this nice little dent in your armor. Right at your tailbone.
Do you want a healing, Nama?
Yes, please.
Time for a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just dust off and pretend that nothing happened.
Can we rest? We have done so much this morning.
I'm clearly not completely out of my trance.
Do we or not?
Y'all can if you want to. I'm not.
The two of us are okay, so we'll scout out the area while you guys rest up or something.
Yeah, that
You're-
works.
You could rest too.
I'm fine.
No, you lady Rizwin. I saw you hitting the floor pretty hard.
I'm already walking away.
I'm gonna say, Emma.
I hurt a little.
Do we rest?
I think I need a little rest, yeah.
Okay, let's rest. I just feel with my viola while we're resting.
While they're doing that, we'll look for paths in the area.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Roll perception.
I'm gonna die.
No worries, I'll save you.
Do you want a Sith roll or maybe one with advantage?
Give me one with advantage. Okay. So you guys spent some time while Fire and Amalus nurse their wounded tailbones and pride. Looking for like other paths that might lead towards the northwest. And the only path that's up here is the one that you came up. And as you guys sort of spend some time thinking, well, maybe we can just like hoof it down the mountain. You kind of look down and well, no, this place is a sheer drop, and you go look somewhere else, and nope, this place is a sheer drop.
So there's no more up?
There's up, but there's no trail. Like you're gonna be basically climbing a cliff face.
Right.
And y'all have seen how well that goes.
Not very.
I have decided that I hate mountains.
I will defer to the wisdom of the group at this point.
I don't know. Is there a chance that there's any geographic signs that would suggest there's another source of water up the mountain or something?
I mean, it is a mountain, and water tends to flow down.
Yes.
But do we know the source of the water? Didn't you get that was something subterranean?
Well, that's the other question, and there was nothing in the cave that suggested there was further path for the cave, so we can't search there, so...
And when you were underwater, it was definitely too narrow to swim that way, right?
Yeah.
And did you dig around, like of the surface of the pond, to see if there is a little river?
I searched it pretty thoroughly.
Okay. I mean, I could ask the bats, but they're angry at us.
Just tell them if they don't answer, we'll sleep there tonight from now on and have bat stew every day.
Wow, they're up there. Is the rope still there? Or...
I think Rizwin took it.
Yeah, it was the last one down. Do we want to go back up now? Is that what we're saying?
I think bats might know if there is another cave nearby. I could talk to them.
Okay, I hand you the rope.
Sigh. I tried to climb.
I give encouragement.
I'm gonna make it out of the
Athletics
mountain.
check.
With advantage?
No.
Oh, well.
That's enough. That's barely enough.
It took me a while.
Yeah. It was slow going, but
We're starting
You
to
were-
learn our way up and down this thing.
yeah, you were cautious. You make it back up to the cave.
Are there any bats sleeping?
Yes. They're mostly sleeping at the back of the cave, around where that little crevice is.
I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And use it with my Speech with Beast to first saying sorry for using his cave. And then
Go away.
ask, sorry, but do you know if there are any other cave around here?
Yes, go away.
Or bad
Can you-
water.
Please, 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 can you tell us where we could find one? If you tell us, we will not come back here ever again.
Of caves. Like,
What do you say? Sorry.
there's lots of caves.
Can you point us to the entry of a big one? Pretty please?
With all the people.
I'm sorry you cut the start so I don't understand.
Do you mean the one with all the people?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that one, please.
Trying to think about how a bat would give directions.
I should know. What do bats eat?
Bugs. It takes you like a couple of minutes of conversing with the bat to try and figure out like where you would know or like like where this cave would be so that you could find it.
Okay.
Sounds like this cave is kind of like a little bit above you, but around the other side of the mountain.
The others of the big freaking mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like directly on the other side, but to the northwest.
Okay. Thank you, friend. We will not bother you again.
Go away.
Okay, sorry. I tried to climb down. Sorry?
Make an athletics check.
But I don't wanna.
That's not
Then
how
I
this works.
just stuck up here.
If you fall, I'll try to catch you.
Please.
I sketched the broken remains of our once Furbog druid.
What do I roll to try to catch him?
Okay, both of you make an acrobatics check.
I'm better at that.
Alright. Amalus, you're like sort of like deking back and forth trying to like figure out where it is he's gonna fall so that you can break his fall. You both suffer
I'm pretty big and heavy. Hey.
you both only suffer 1 point of damage as this giant furball comes barreling down right on top of you.
Thank you, Amma.
No problem.
Ow. I hate mountains. So the bats are very angry and they don't want us to come back to the cave.
You can hear the bats laughing at you.
Fair enough. And I tell my team about the cave. Apparently, on the other side of the big mountain, there's a big cave with a lot of people. Might be related, and if not, if it's a big cave, it might have connection to the place that we need to be.
There's other people up here.
They said there's a cave with people. I
It's a
cannot
damn
ask more.
good suggestion.
Hmm?
Kind of concerning, actually.
Yeah. We don't know of any cave with people here, right? Or the people who is from here.
That would be Rizwin. Make a history check.
Okay. That's going to be -1.
Nope, not a clue.
I paged through my master's book on. Try to recall if I remember anything.
Nope, not a clue.
Okay, this is definitely worth investigating.
This is a very high DC cave.
I mean,
We
there's lots
should-
of caves up here.
Yep. I'm assuming we might have to circle around the mountain, possibly even going down to get back up.
Like,
Nope.
if you have a trail to go down, it's probably the safest option.
Yeah.
I think you guys have probably figured that out by now.
Yes, we've noticed some people are very awkward when it comes to climbing.
I mean, I was good the first time. No, I'm good going up. That's the answer.
Y'all?
But we've a very specific
of you are
person has fallen a lot.
It's real easy to get back down.
Have you chosen your natural explorer terrains, Miss?
Forest?
Okay,
Oh,
this would be considered mountain right now, but there is a lot of places here that would be forest.
Yeah, I figured forest since we come from a forest.
yeah.
I suggest we circle the base of the mountain and try to find an alternative path up.
This seems wise.
It seems wise.
All right. So you guys leave the pool of water behind and prepare to head back down the mountain. As this is happening, a fire. You're not quite sure what, but you just get this like shiver down your spine.
My spidey senses are tingling.
You look around and nothing seems out of place.
Hmm. Had I have failed that before? Sorry? If you are answering, we are not hearing it. I see
Oh
your...
no!
I heard that, oh no, but the other ones, no.
Okay, I said no.
Oh. Hmm. I cast Detect Magic.
Do you mention this weird feeling to anybody else?
No, but I stopped my way to just... Wait me a second. And cast Detect Magic with my Firbolg feet.
You notice
You notice.
no
We notice
magic.
you cutting out.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We are sorry that we need to tell you that.
I mean, I'd rather you tell me.
So what?
Yeah, you don't notice any magic. Whatever it was, if it was magic, it's gone now.
Something's off. I don't know what, but something feels itchy. Keep walking. Well,
Okay.
I have detect magic for some minutes if it matters or not.
Everybody make me a perception check on your way down.
Oh,
I'm apparently
Hey.
distracted by something.
Okay. So as you guys are sort of like making your way down, both Amalus and Fire, like you're kind of walking along this little where the path kind of like goes along cliff face, and you look down and oh shit, there's a body down there.
Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
You can see like from your vantage point, there's like large sections of the cliff face broken off over time and kind of leaves the cliffside ragged and full of crevices and outcroppings. And on one of these outcroppings, you see like there's legs splayed at awkward angles and this little pool of crimson beside this corpse's head that is laying face down about 30 feet below you.
Uh-oh.
From here, can we see that the clothing matches that scrap that we found earlier, or something else?
Perception check.
Nope.
It's hard to tell from this distance.
I'm going through there.
I will suggest that since I'm light-footed compared to the others, I will move closer and check it out.
Okay.
It is like directly down. Do you want to use a rope, or are you just gonna free climb it?
I'll offer my rope to Rincewind and then free climb it with the rope as a emergency failsafe.
I'll hold on to the rope.
Okay, make an athletics.
Can I help?
Sure.
You want-
I
you
will.
want one
Yeah, I'll
from
give
me
you
as well, or
just give me an athletics with advantage part.
Thank God for the advantage.
Yeah.
very much so.
So you mostly deftly make your way down the cliff, and it's not too far. It's only 30 feet. And you crop it.
I'm guessing I get to the outcrop.
Yes.
Then I will inspect the body.
Okay. Make a perception. This body, it does look like that scrap of cloth that you found yesterday belongs to this person, this human. He looks like maybe late 20s, early 30s human.
All right. I will make sure that I have good footing and then tie the rope around the body and tell the others to haul it up.
All right. Rizwin, make a athletics check with advantage. And the other two are helping.
Hey, thank goodness for advantage.
You guys pull up this corpse. You are now standing on the side of a mountain with a dead body.
Hey, it dead.
I'd suggest we take the body back down so that way we can return it to town, depending on what the locals' rituals are. But we need to continue with our travels, so I don't know if that's the best idea.
Yeah, seems okay.
You gonna make me one last athletics check to get back up?
Well, I'll
Kurt?
wait for them to lower the rope back to me first.
I do so.
Then yes, I will attempt to climb up the rope and not fall off the cliff. Hey!
Oh my god.
God for advance?
Yeah.
Alright, you make it back up the cliff. And before we continue, I would like a quick bathroom break, even though I think we're almost done.
No, I was just about to say I had to step away for a minute.
Awesome. Okay, back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm going to die from a mountain. Boop.
Meow.
I am back.
Welcome back.
I am Guasto.
Alrighty, I threw some food in the oven, but I am back.
Awesome.
Welcome back.
Virgo Black.
My roommate was making a slow cook roast when I went to make food when I first got up, so I just made a couple of eggs and toast because that was easier. I'm guessing what's missing, Koo?
I'm here.
Okay. 'Cause I
Wait,
thought
no.
I heard nibbles.
We're missing the nibbles.
Okay, I thought I heard him, my bad.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Brr.
Okay, so you're all back on the trail, now with a dead body in tow. Everybody make me one more perception check.
Perception. Again, I'm distracted by something. I'm probably still sketching the dead body.
So everybody except Pert, as you're continuing to walk along, and you sort of get out of this open cliff area and into where there's more trees, you hear a very familiar growling sound
Oh, good.
from up ahead. And
From what we can hear, is it just one?
it sounds like just one.
I rush forward. And I try to find it.
Make a perception check.
Consistent,
You-
at least.
Yeah, you rush forward in the direction of it, and you're like, wait, shit, where'd it go? And then, like, just turn a bit to the left, and it's right there. But you did not manage to quite get the drop on it. I would like everybody to roll me initiative.
Alrighty.
Why?
Let's see if the game still thinks I'm a paladin. No, it does not.
I'm the paladin.
Hey, every group needs one, and we don't have ours yet.
You didn't put the work on the.
No! Damn it!
Can we
My bar is
retcon that as I ran off, I said, I have an idea?
You can say that.
Sure. And I'm
Okay.
hoping maybe the people that are faster than me take that as, don't attack it.
Don't attack it.
Oh, there it is. I was so confused. Like my bar for the enemies had disappeared, but it's still there. I just have to move my mouse over it. Amalus, you're up first, and you do not see this warg.
Sorry, but the work had a 15 and it says a 4.
Oh, right. Thank you. Amalus.
Well, I'm confused by whatever idea they claim to have. But since I can't see anything anyway, I'll.
You'll.
Think of words. probably try to move closer so I can see what and like hold an attack, but not attack.
So you move your 30-foot speed down
I
the
have
trail,
35 feet.
and you. Oh, you have 35. Okay,
Yeah,
so you move
that's
35 feet. One way or the other, you can still get up to where Rizwin is, and you're standing right beside her with your bow at the ready. And you're just gonna hold?
Well, I might not be right behind her. It's more so I can see. And yeah, I'll hold.
Okay. Perfect.
I will attempt to take cover and hide.
All right. You are pretty sure this thing has no idea where you are. I mean, I'll roll a perception, but... No. It is too busy paying attention to the two people right in front of it.
That'll be my.
If it makes a difference who it's targeting, I'm trying to draw its attention to myself.
Okay.
As I don't have the ability to use that as a bonus action yet, that is my action, so that is my
Okay.
turn.
Awesome. Snarling, there's like saliva dripping from its giant mouth. It looks hungry, and it is going to attack the person that ran towards it. Oh, Rizwin.
Oh no, that's a hit. Damn it. As it hits me, I would like to attempt to show no pain.
All right.
This isn't working out very well. Damn it.
You show no pain, but you are still knocked to the ground anyways.
Does that make it my turn?
It does.
I'd like to stand back up.
All right.
I'd like to bop it on the nose, not to cause any damage, but to get its attention, and say sit in a very intimidating fashion.
Make an animal handling check. As you like bop it on the nose, it kind of like blinks, like it doesn't know what just happened, and
Sorry.
then like.
Apologize. Hold on a second.
Yep.
Take all that back. I'm unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Level 1 sucks.
This is why most people don't make it to be adventurers.
Yeah, right.
Can I let loose an arrow when
Yes.
it's like when she goes down?
Yes, you may loose your arrow. That hits.
I was like, 12 damage. That's nothing. Oh wait, that's my maximum hit points. I have, however, succeeded on a death saving throw, so
Fantastic.
that's my turn.
Okay. Amalus, you loose your arrow and it gets lodged in the like thick fur in the back of its neck. And it turns its attention towards you now. Fire!
This work can definitely one-shot kill me. I run up to the situation. Pull. Can I cast 2 cantrips if one is an action and one is a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. I'll cast Infestation on him. Needs to do a con saving throw.
I've never seen this spell before.
I make fleas.
It
He has a lot of fleas.
fails. So, hang on. One. So, north. Alright. So you just, like, put your hand out towards this thing, and all of a sudden you see it, like, shudder and move like there's something on it, and it bounds back away from you. up the mountain towards where Pert is, but only for 5 feet. So, Mist, you can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
Can I?
But I think it has to be with a melee weapon.
Yeah, I had. Yeah. Also, is Malus at melee range currently?
I wouldn't think so.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Never
why I was
mind.
confused.
Ignore me.
Sa bonus, I cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
Shillelagh!
Shalala.
That's my turn.
Amalis, you're up.
I fire another arrow.
That hits. Okay, this one goes right into its breast, and it kind of shudders from the pain. It snarls. Pert, this thing backed up a little bit towards you, and it's showing its hind legs to you.
Well, with it utterly distracted, I'm going to attempt to coup de grace from behind.
All right, give me an attack with advantage because you are hidden. That hits. Oh yeah, you just drive your rapier right into this thing's chest. And it kind of whimpers a bit and then falls limp.
Okay, I will remove my sword and clean the blade off on its fur.
Stupid thing. If only it had bit me a little less hard.
You wanted it to mount, didn't you?
Haha.
I run up to the lady. I don't know remember the name.
Yes, Rizwin.
Rizwin, and cast Cure Wounds. Oh boy. Hey.
My plan didn't
Rizwin.
work.
No, it did not. The
No,
warrior is now dead.
I say that as I woke up.
Well, that's my 2 spells of the day.
Shall we on to the cave?
We are going through to the town.
The town?
First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To drop off the body.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were just gonna drag it with us until. Anyway,
It's probably the better idea to drop off the body since it's not that long of a walk.
back to the town then.
All right. So it's about another hour before you finally this tiny little goat trail meets up with the bigger road, and then it's just another few minutes to get to the actual town. And as you return, there's kind of like you saw yesterday. There's a bunch of people sort of milling about, and as you come back, kind of look at you curiously. And then, with horror, as they realize that you're carrying a body. They don't approach you. They're just, kind of go off to the side, and you can see a couple people whispering to each other.
And I'll take out the sketch of the body's face that I made and then proceed to ask people, so that way they don't have to look at the body itself. Does anyone recognize this? And I'm assuming it was a man. You cut out.
Yes, it was a man. So you go up to these 2 women. They look like the same 2 women that were doing their laundry in the river yesterday.
Yep.
And they kind of look at you suspiciously, but I say, he's a local.
He was a local, unfortunately. Do you know his family?
Kind of points to a house farther up into town.
I'll nod my thanks and point the others towards the house.
Okay.
Okay, so you go to the house and knock on the door. You're greeted by a ding,
Alarm.
a phone going off.
Probably trying not to display the fact that we're carrying a body until we speak with them.
How would you hide it?
Not necessarily hiding it, just not whoever's
Yeah.
carrying the body isn't
Like-
the one knocking on the door. Let's
Yeah,
say.
like
Sure.
like Rizwin and I were carrying it, and Bert is doing
Mhm.
the talk first.
Okay. So yeah, you go to this house and knock on the door. A young woman answers, and you tell her that you found this person, and she kind of lets you in, but just like goes to a chair and starts crying.
I understand they were searching for the source of the foulness in the water.
Yeah.
Then take comfort that we believe we know what might be causing the problem. Their death was not in vain.
She like kind of takes a takes a second to kind of try to pull herself together, and she says, "Thank you for bringing my husband back. I unfortunately I don't really have anything I can offer you."
Don't worry about offering us anything. Do you need help with any kind of preparations, or can we leave this with you?
She shakes her head. You should be on your way.
All right. Then I'll motion for the others to leave the body behind. And I'd suggest we head out.
Sure. As you're leaving, Pert, you notice that there is, like, above the door frame, like a little wood carving of a pair of eyes and 7 stars above it. A symbol of Salune.
He was a devotee, or the family's of devotees.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so you have dealt with the body?
Yep. Back on the road, or call it?
Say that by the time, like, you spend a little bit of time talking to people in the town, and somebody make me a persuasion check with advantage. Or an
All right.
investigation check with advantage.
Okay, double
That-
all right.
That works. We'll take the 18. After, like, it takes you a little bit to kind of find the right people who don't think that you're, like, weird wanderers or crazy murderers. But you do learn that there have been, like, a couple of strange people around the town. Maybe going back, like, a month or something. They kind of come in once in a while and just pick up some food. And then leave again. And they always come from the west. So they basically, like, there's one guy that kind of, he, like, drives goats or whatever, and he goes down where the original fork in the road was that you went up to this place, and he says they always come down from that road that goes to the west. He also tells you that if you go down that road a little ways, there is an inn. That just sort of basically just serves travelers going from Astoria and up into the rest of Foncheras. And they might have more information.
Well, we can go there and rest there while we ask questions.
Yeah. He thanks you for bringing the body back. The man you're
Sorry.
talking to. Sorry. The man you're talking to, he
No,
thanks
no,
you
no.
for
I
bringing the
was
body
gonna
back.
say
Oh.
sorry for being the ones who brings bad news.
Well, you know, there's some people around here that, no offense, but y'all look a little different. There's some people who are gonna think the worst, but we might have never found his body if it weren't for you, so thank you.
In that same spirit, when no one else is paying attention to us, I'm going to suggest that we kind of bugger out of town sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so the four of you head back down the road.
Well, we have two options, right? We can either go
Mhm.
back up into the mountain and try to find that cave to the northwest, or we can go to this place where the goat person came from.
The goat person.
Maybe it is a route to get to the cave on the northwest.
Would that... So we'd be heading west, right?
Yeah.
You would be.
Might make sense.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you guys head back down the road towards hopefully some answers. And that's where we're going to call it today.
Sounds like a plan.
You got out. You're cutting out.
Guys,
Still cut it.
Good job, guys, Jamie says.
We heard you typing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that has to be frustrating for you.
Yeah.
Are you're operating on like some kind of cell connection or something before you have to move?
We didn't
Still
catch that.
really shitty.
Yeah, we got.
Yep.
We only heard really shitty.
That about sums it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you tried changing Discord servers, Jamie?
Oh,
That's
I
actually.
don't know how to do it myself, but I've heard
Yeah.
about
that's
people
true.
changing.
I do remember having a game with Ty where we were all sounding like robots, and then we went into the Emerald Seas Discord, and it was like, oh, everything's better.
So
Yeah, because
from
you're the host.
From the drop down, the Fancheras drop down,
Uh-huh.
go to server settings, I think it is, and you
Uh-huh.
can choose like east, west, central, or something like that. Just try a different one that might work better for you.
Have you
How
tried?
about now?
Yes, you're
That
fine so far. Talk
Came
more.
through.
Yes, talk more.
Talk, 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 to talk, 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 talk.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I changed it to US Central, so.
Sounds
We'll see.
better, I think. Maybe we need to check.
Okay.
Have you tried moving from your current house?
I'm going to try that next week, in fact.
The ultimate, have you turned it off and turned it back on again?
Oh no, that would involve moving out and then moving back in. I don't think that's part of the plan.
I mean, you never know.
Move all your things to the new place, and then move them back to the original place.
That's good.
That sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else sounds like a nightmare? Did we level up?
I have a bat, Jamie, if you want to borrow it.
You have a what?
A bat.
Oh. You did level up, though.
Oh.
Yes! But how do we do the thing if we are kind of in the middle of the day? Do we wait till the night?
I think a little bit of time is going to pass before you session 2. It depends. Like, I'm gonna have to sort of figure out how to tie these two groups together, which is why I was kind of like pushing you go this way.
Yeah, I know. I figured that you had a plan for when us to meet, and we
Yeah.
need to reach.
Once
that
you guys
place.
are together, y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. But until then, I gotta make these two groups meet.
I
You
have
mean they're not
permission.
just randomly hunting goblins in the mountainside?
Nope.
No, they're hunting
Damn.
the wargs, and we already beat them, and now they're going to be mad at us.
Why they have
Bigger
to be
fish to fry.
wargs? Why not wolves?
I don't know, because I wanted it to be wargs. You guys did great!
You wanted us to almost die.
You
Several
almost
times.
killed 3 of us.
The mountain technically was the one that tried to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason that adventurers are not like a thing here, because places are dangerous.
Oh, you mean running up to wargs that are bigger than you and trying to bop them on the nose and make them submit isn't a good idea.
No.
I mean, if
Maybe
if
if
I
you were
die,
quicker.
if I die, I die. But I will be very bummed to die before trying out the circle of the druid that want
Yeah.
to try. Like, it's like getting my druid killed before he's a druid.
Congratulations, you're now level 2.
Yay.
If you die, I'll be
Um,
sad, because I said I'd protect you.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, you
your
guys
two
can level up
characters
now.
know each other before?
Yes.
Yeah. You would have seen that through our adventure that we stick together and we talk a lot.
Cool.
I think I talk a lot. What do you think?
I agree.
Yes. Yeah, I talk and she agrees.
I think Miss talks way more than you do.
Why?
To be
That may have
contrary.
been sarcasm.
Should I shut up?
No,
No.
no one should ever shut up.
That's a strong statement.
There's
Yeah, that's
oftentimes-
too strong a statement.
There's oftentimes people need to think a little bit more, but just straight out shutting up is not.
I disagree, but I have one particular coworker that just does not shut up and it drives me up the fucking wall. But anyways,
I think maybe in this group.
yes, in this group. So how was it?
I'm
bad.
very interested in several things that I hope we get to go back and explore eventually.
You know, an observation. If I'd shut up about going down the mountain, having to roll to go down the mountain, we wouldn't have taken that damage.
And I'm sorry of being rules lawyer, but rules.
No, it's good because I can't remember everything.
I know that some DMs might not like that other person
Yeah.
step in the middle, but
And I'm probably gonna start using battle maps next week once we have 6 players. I just wanted to try a theater of the mind sort of thing.
It's all
makes
good.
sense.
I have
Yeah.
discovered one disadvantage of this situation. I need another note-taking buddy now.
Ah ha ha!
I mean, I was taking some notes.
I have never take any note.
Well, I
such
filled
poor
up.
health.
I filled up one sheet front and back, so hopefully that's enough notes for the first session.
Okay, you took 40 times as many notes as I did.
It's small. It's smaller sheets. It's a 9.5 by 6-inch notebook, so it's not a full 8.5 by 11.
I took 2 notes.
I have a druidic circle.
I also didn't bother taking a note about the fact that there were wargs and that there was a place around the mountain, because that was like, okay, well, this is obviously the next thing we're doing, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to take some notes now before I forget.
So we're hanging out with Saloon's son, or Saloon is male, or Saloon can body shape, whichever of the above, I don't know. And Saloon seems to be pro water.
Sure.
I'm not following you on that first point.
I always thought, I mean, I could be remembering wrong, but I always thought Saloon was female.
Correct. Well, traditionally, I assume in this setting also, but
And I mean, this could just be an avatar of
Griswold
Saloon.
would know that, yeah, Saloon is traditionally depicted as female.
So this person could just be an avatar of Saloon, or it could be a shapeshifter just screwing with us, or 43 other things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, my food should be about done now, so I will wish you guys well, because I don't want to eat into the mic.
Okay. I appreciate
Enjoy.
that.
Thank you. Thank you for the fun.
Thanks for playing. Oh, he's gone.
Too slow.
Too slow.
So how do you think it went?
Not too bad. It's
Other
definitely
than
like the first.
Fucking around with a mountain for a half hour.
That's okay. It definitely like I thought it was going to be about 2 hours. We went a little over, but that's okay. Yeah, there's definitely like I don't know. This is a weird feeling because
There's no immediate planned end.
yeah, I'm not like it. I mean, I have like sort of an arc planned for the next few months, but I'm not like driving towards an endpoint, and it feels very weird.
I actually feel like, yeah, it is not as clearly as when you have a main goal or main body.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
I mean,
feels,
it's going to be a lot
but-
more
but-
clear.
But also, it
next
feels
week?
more natural. Like
Yeah, a little
we
more
are
leisurely.
just living our lives, and
Mhm.
things happen in our lives.
Yeah.
Ooh, I get things.
Yeah, what do fighters get at level 2?
Stuff.
Stuff.
And things, or just stuff?
I think just stuff.
Oh, I wanted some things.
I
Oh, action surge. Very useful.
Mmm. I apologize for my typing sounds.
It's okay.
Quite alright. I do the same thing from time to time when I forget to mute my mic.
Mm-hmm.
For separation of the characters, you will note that I have given this Rizwin a different surname.
Yes. I
It's
hope I
not-
never have to pronounce it.
It is in the Scandinavian style of naming children after their father. So
Mm.
instead of Alanson, it's Alan daughter, or I think it's
Right.
daughter, something like that.
Alan,
It's basically daughter.
Alan Dottir. Kamal sounds
it's-
familiar. It's the character of Cathanid from Emerald Seas.
Yes.
Ah,
Sorry, what's the character name?
Kamal.
Kamal.
You're looking here.
I'm fire.
A paladin.
Ooh, I get spells.
I get spells too.
Yay!
Oh, you get spells like big time spells. Nice,
Well, maybe not big time spells, but I get spells.
dude. It's from 0 to some. That's 1,100 improved.
Ah,
Actually, I don't think it's a 0 because I think elves get a cantrip for.
Yeah. Did you
Being an
decide your
elf.
cantrip?
No, they dancing lights or whatever.
Hmm.
Just for being elves.
Oh, for wood elves, yeah, because high
Right.
elves have high elves have prestidigitation.
Do they? I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to.
Man, this is session 1 and I've already got
Oh,
5
no.
playlists of music.
You
This
didn't
is
cut
gonna
out,
get out of
but
hand.
I didn't understand what you said.
Oh, for like in Jukebox, I've got 5 playlists of music already.
Oh,
So much music.
see, that's the real reason you wanted to DM the campaign, is so you could do all the music.
You're actually very right about that. I have something very specific in mind, but you're not gonna get there for a long time.
dark.
Very much so. So yeah, I hope that this is interesting and fun.
It is.
I'm
Yay.
very interested.
It's very fun aside from the falling down walls.
I always start in the mountains.
Yeah, you
Prob-
have, haven't you?
Probably because I'm from the mountains.
That's fair. Well, I guess the island had a mountain on it.
Yeah, you were on a mountain for the
Damn it.
most part.
But the second session was way more mountains than that.
Yeah.
On what game?
I don't know what it was called, the previous one.
The
The
one
one shot
shot.
that lasted for...
The one shot started in a mountain.
Yeah. And then did more mountains.
No, it started in the water.
We had like 50 minutes of water and then mountain, and then elevator cliff.
Yeah. No elevators here, I promise.
Thank God I didn't choose centaur.
That would oh my god, that
Yeah,
would have
that
been
would've-
hilarious.
That might have come in handy here.
But that's
No.
clearly what I chose, though.
Yep.
Nibbles is confused.
Nibbles is confused.
I guess I am, yes.
Centaurs have a thing where they cannot climb very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
That
really.
seems... the
It's
opposite of intuitive.
it's a feat of the class of the race that they have a hard time climbing.
I mean,
I guess
just
they're horse
imagine a
centaurs
centaur
and not
trying to
goat
climb up a rope.
centaurs. That's a good point. But what if it was a centaur that was like half goat instead of half horse? You could just walk up the side of the mountain.
Yeah, then you'd be fine.
You just wouldn't care.
I think that would
That's
just count as something else.
It's a variant.
Yeah, like, you have no problem as long as it's this and not this.
A goat centaur would be amazing.
yeah. Like if I were the DM and someone came up with that without knowing that it will be useful, I will give it to them. Like, okay, you can do that.
I was like seeing pictures of goats in stupid places, like just on the side of a hydroelectric dam.
Oh yeah. Goats are amazing.
Amazing
So
is a word.
this server seems to be a lot better, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, you've like broken up a little bit once or twice, but it's way better than before.
Okay. Yay!
It's now a little thing for minor comfort, but we can understand you.
Yay! I'm sorry we did this at the end of the session and not the beginning.
Yeah, I should have, because this has happened frequently in another server that I'm on. Because the person there has terrible internet, so sometimes they just have to switch.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah, like I said, I remember it happening once on Ty's game, but it was everybody was having the same issue.
Yeah.
Not
That's
one
when
person.
it's Discord's fault.
Mm-hmm. Damn it, Discord.
Shakes hand at Discord.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm very nervous for Thursday.
Why Thursday?
Because that's Ty and Cathanid's prologue.
Oh, I thought it was tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow, I think, will be the end of Mines of Fendelver.
Nice.
Nice.
Where are you? Where are you at?
We're we've already spent 2 sessions in the mines.
It's a pretty big mine for
It is.
level 4 characters.
Yep. Okay, So, you know the 2 rooms on the right-hand side? One that has a specter and one that has some sort of beholder eye thing?
Yes.
So, just to, like, sum up mine and Cathanid's characters really, really well, we went into the room with the beholder thing first. The beholder was like, you can't be here, you don't belong here. And then Cathanid's character, he's playing a warlock, was like, oh, I'll go, like, get the uniform from these dead people and go in and bluff this guy into thinking that we do work here, and managed to avoid the encounter entirely. We
Wow.
went to the bottom room, and, like, my character walked in, and there was, like, this wraith popped up out of the ground and was like, you shouldn't be here, leave. And I was like, well, fuck you too.
Yeah, we also, when I played, we also had kind of similar solution. We instead of an uniform, we found some papers on the Wraith's office and said, no, see, this paper say that I'm allowed here and I need to blah blah blah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, no problem.
See, we went to the Wraith's office second.
Mm,
But that means we had nice holy weapons.
true.
But yeah, I think that was the last thing we did, so we're probably done on Monday.
I'm really hyped to try this subclass. Looks very neat.
You're doing Spore Druid?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm actually gonna have to go read that.
Just saying that, you know, you remember that I really loved Chilele on the David's game?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You said Chilele, and I'm like, wait, you know Chilele?
Sorry. Chilele. This class is all about Chilele. I mean, it doesn't say it, but it's about not transforming.
You are all about Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Wait, a
Yes.
druid that doesn't transform?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean, I can, but I can also do other things, and that's the
Yeah.
interesting.
So like
Um,
more like a melee focus kind of thing.
Where
So, yeah.
this isn't in
I'll
Xanathar's, where is
I'll
it?
share it. It's
Okay,
on
thank you.
Ravnica.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Do I know?
I have a joke, but I can't tell it because you're not far enough in Critical Role yet.